Hi everybody, I am Belko and I'm going to be showing you how to fight Olga and Metal Gear Solid 2 on European Extreme Mode. That being said, this strategy can actually work on all difficulties. This is all about consistency. This is not a speedrun strategy, although it's going to look like we're speedrunning the game. Olga just takes a lot of practice, and I feel like this might be a brick wall for a lot of people who are trying to get all the dog tags on a tanker, especially if you want to be a completionist and you want to fight Olga and you're struggling with her. Well, this is for you. So as you can see on the top left corner here, top left corner here, I cannot speak, you can see that I am on European Extreme mode, my file. Now the reason why I'm doing European Extreme is because if anyone wants to play the game, they can see this in the difficulty. All they gotta do is just apply the same strategy to every difficulty. The easier difficulty, the easier it will be to fight her, and plus you have way more HP. She does far less damage on easier modes. But if you're trying to get the dog tags on hard and extreme mode, this guide's for you. If you just want to know how to fight Olga on European Extreme, this is for you as well. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I actually made a save in front of her, and we're going to load that file up. And I will be talking about some key things in the game itself. Now, as you can see, we're here. And what I want to show you first of all, if people aren't aware of this, when you aim in first person mode, using the left and right triggers will allow you to basically shoot from behind cover. So just to show you a good example, let's look at this little, oh, I'm sneezing. See how I'm behind this cover here? Well, let's say we're behind the cover and we duck and we're in first person mode. See how hitting the left trigger will allow me to aim on the left side of this, just like that, of this console. That guy's having a good time. All you gotta do, left and right triggers to be able to do this. And if you hit both triggers at the same time, Snake will actually stand like on his tippy toes to be able to raise and shoot, just like that. So you get elevation. We are mostly just going to be using the left and right trigger to duck and cover. It's very important that you try not to hit both buttons at the same time. Get used to having to release the buttons just like this and alternate, and that should help you with this fight. That's the first thing I want to get out of the way. Second thing is that on this difficulty, Olga will kill you in one hit. That is right. One hit is all it takes for her to kill you on European Extreme. It will be 2 hits on Extreme mode and way more hits on easier difficulties. So another thing is that it really does matter where you shoot Olga. You want to aim for her head and her body, because in this game the tranks are way more effective if you aim at the head, the body, and the groin. So with Olga, we want to try to aim at her upper body the entire time. So with all that out the way, let's just go ahead and jump into a fight. Let's see if we can do this first try. That would be kind of sick if we do. If not, it's fine, we'll hit continue. Now, if you might notice, I do have the radar on. That's because I think it's great for practice, so you can kind of identify where she heads out. As soon as you start to fight, I would go ahead and aim like this. She's going to run and gun, either go left or right. Take cover if she goes that way, because the bullets will actually hit you and you will die. Now we're going to aim right about here to try to get her upper body, but I missed. She does have some kind of iframe sometimes. You have to be very wary of that. Don't skip this cutscene if you are replaying the fight. Aim up and try to aim at her chest, just like so. She has a tendency to run back when you shoot her. Pop a shot and then to the left, just like that. As you can see, you can be very consistent. You can actually use the aim, like just like that. Now she might actually go to the left here, and if she does that, we're gonna try to hit her. Well, this cutscene will play if she reaches the locker, but we can actually take her out just like that. I got it first try. We're gonna go ahead and do another round. And the way we do that is by soft resetting, but don't worry, but at magic of editing, you won't see that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do it one more time, and then I'm going to do a play-by-play, and then I'm going to play it again, and then I'll play final footage. That way you get ideas of where to aim, and I'll let you know where to aim and things like that. So we'll go ahead and skip this cutscene. As soon as you hit the match, hit the right trigger and aim right about here. She's going to run left or right. Now you see what happens if we stick our heads out right there? She will shoot you and you will die in one hit. I wanted to show you that just to show that you are not safe. You need to be behind cover anytime you hear her shoot, because she is deadly accurate with her pistol. Alright, so now watch. As soon as you start the match, aim, hit the right trigger, aim right about here. Hold left if she comes to the right side. Wait for her head to stick out, pop her once, aim right about here in the middle, and try to shoot her, but sometimes it doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, it's automatically invincible iframes. Let her talk. Aim right about here to upper chest and try to get her right there. She's gonna run back usually right into one of his covers. We're gonna try to hit her right in the head again. Aim kind of in the middle. Nope, didn't get her. Aim right in the chest. She might run towards me. She runs towards you. Try to hit her in the head. Now at this point she's gonna run to the left. And that's where we're gonna hit her right there in the middle, but I missed. Cutscene's gonna play, but she's gonna run behind the cover to try to hit the tarp. But we're just gonna hit her one more time, and that's all there is to it. Now, I know that looks and sounds like a lot, but when you get into the rhythm of the fight, it's very consistent. Now, I took the liberty of recording some of the best and worst case scenarios for this fight. There are quite a bit of random elements that can happen, and unfortunately, if you lose track of Olga and you're not fast enough, things can get a lot harder if you allow the fight to continue any longer than what's necessary. For example, if you keep at this for far too long, eventually Olga will go behind this area and she will hit this tarp and block your way. This is not too bad because if you look on the ground, you can see her reflection and you can still have an idea of where to aim to shoot her behind the tarp. That being said, if she decides to get rid of the tarp and she shines a light in your face, well, in European Extreme Mode and Extreme Mode altogether, you can't break the light, so now you're blinded. And if this happens and you're kind of in a bad situation, I would just reset. What else could you do? You just messed up, reset the fight, start over, come back to it. That's all I can really tell you. Best case scenario is getting her as quickly as possible. So let's do a play-by-play of what an ideal fight would be like. As you can see, the moment we start, if Olga decides to run her behind this box for cover, we can stick our head out and pop her right there. You want to aim right there in that center section. Now check this out. She's going to run towards the back, and once she does this, let the cutscene play out. You're going to see that she is going to pop out like this, and we can generally shoot her as she's walking away and while they're walking towards us. Sometimes we can shoot her again as soon as she decides to take cover. Gotta be careful because there are times where she can actually peek her head out, and if she wants to, she would just spray the gun and come at you. But as you can see, she's now slowing down because she's got low stamina, and we can take an easy pot shot at her as she pops up behind a corner. Now, when her health's this low, we run to the side, wait for her to come through, we can shoot her right before she hits the locker. That's the most ideal situation you can have for this fight. Practice makes perfect. I cannot reiterate that enough. The only way you're going to get better at this fight is just by sheer repetition and just will. I don't know. Something like that, right? So that's basically the key to fighting Olga. Like I said, take your time, keep at it, don't give up. You'll get it eventually. I hope this has been very helpful. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and I just want to show people how to play it so they can just enjoy it as much as I do. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing day.
Conflict and victory were my parents.